Who is WD Gann? He is a man who ruled the stock market in the beginning of the 20th century, one of the most successful trader in the world, an incredible analyst who ruled the Wall Street for 50 years, wrote 10 fantastic books. I have read all the 10 books, but one book I have not understood well. But the remaining 9 books, I am good. He visited India and Egypt to pursue his time cycle theory, lived in Texas. He elegantly earned 1000% in a calendar year many times. He verified the cotton market behavior for almost 100 years. He was a master cotton trader, friends. There was a time he used to take a jet flight, fly across America to verify his claims. For example, he will take a flight, fly across America, verify the forms, check the yield, okay, check the yield, and then decide whether there will be demand for cotton or not. Thereby, he used to go back and either go long or he used to go short. Friends, before we move on, there are a lot of conspiracy theories around WD Gann. Okay, some people say WD Gann was a poor man. He was just a trainer. He's always hyped. Okay, he never knew anything. He had no secrets. But the people will say big things about him. It's all fake. Friends, everyone are entitled for their views. I am a trader. I have spent close to almost 10 years now in the stock market. By talking to a trader, I can make out if he is a real trader or not in 10 minutes. You get that? If I talk to somebody for 10-15 minutes, if I throw some questions, with his responses, I will make out whether this fellow is trading or not. I have read all the 10 books of Gann. From the bottom of my heart, I will tell you, this man is a unique being. He is the first person in the world to write a stock market book. His first book, The Truth of the Stock Tape, is the first stock market book ever written in financial markets. We need to surrender to him because of that. Ultimately, friends, you don't have to care whether that man made money or he didn't make money. That is none of your problem. If he had money, he will not give you. If he lost money, he will not ask you. As an individual, what is your purpose? Are you able to learn something good from him? I'm happy. I am not going into the intricacies of the topic, trying to debate with people and whether he existed, he didn't exist, he made or not. But let me tell you, he is the only man who spoke sense. I have read all his 10 books, except the secret book, The Tunnel Through the Air. I have understood all his books. He's a man of mathematics. He's a man of statistics. He's a man of seasonality. He never, I have literally seen many of his trades. He has mentioned clearly. For your information, the seasonality investing thought process that I have inserted in my investing module is based on WD Gann only. He talked about it extensively in his first book, Truth of the Stock Tape. Make a note of it. Read that book. That will give you a perspective of that man. Yeah, of course, he had some secrets. He had some methods. He had some astrological and astronomical ways of identifying the peaks and bottoms. So he didn't share to the world. So what? And some people say we have met his son. His son was never rich. So his son himself told bad things about him. For your kind information, we had a Mahatma by name Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. He was called the father of the nation in India. He had a son called Ramdas who was an idiot. Okay, so so just because we can't do, it doesn't mean anybody cannot do. That is a wrong thinking. Okay, and I have seen lot many traders, particularly in the United States, blame this man. Okay, the only fitting proof I can give you is about Richard Wyckoff. Okay, Richard Wyckoff personally reviewed, analyzed, verified Gann's trading book. Who is Richard Wyckoff? We spoke about him yesterday. Accumulation, markup, distribution, markdown. Yesterday's session in Super 25 was based on his Wyckoff theory only. Wyckoff himself went and verified his trace. Beyond that, we should not get into any other confusions. So if tomorrow somebody comes to you and say anything bad about him, all you should say is, I don't care whether he did good or bad, but all I can tell you is his book has helped us. That's it. Am I sensible, friends? We all know Jesse Livermore as the father of speculation. Okay, I consider the book, The Reminiscence of a Stock Operator, as a Bible for speculative traders. While there were many times Jesse lost his fortune. How many of you know that Jesse committed suicide? He lost his fortune almost 4 times. Do you guys know that? Comments, please. He fought the tape. Jesse Livermore always fought the tape. Okay, he lost his fortune 3 times. He recovered his fortune, and finally he committed suicide because of various problems he had. But when the day I realized, I used to worship Jesse Livermore as an idol again. Okay, I don't care about his failures. How many of you know Sir Moksha Gundam Vishweshwaraya? All of us celebrate Engineers Day in India because of that man. He had 3 marriages. All of them failed. How many of you know that? Go and Google about it. Now, should we focus on Vishweshwaraya's engineering capabilities or his personal family life? Do I make sense, friends? Okay. Now, what is that we need to learn from Jesse is that the bad thing about Jesse was he always used to fight the tape. Okay. He always used to fight the tape. Second, he was one of the biggest cotton traders of those times. The president of America used to call him and argue with him. What the hell are you doing? Markets are falling. Okay. That was Jesse. And such a Jesse lost his fortune 3 times. And when the day I realized that WD Gann even lent money to Jesse Livermore, I was like, wow. And then onwards, I went deep into this man. I read all his books. I learned a lot of new things from his books. He doesn't talk too much of astrology. I also believe he has kept his secrets aside. He has never disclosed it, but that is okay. He was entitled for it was his hard work. Why should he give it to the world? He taught the world the concept of Gann square of 9, Gann emblem, Gann angles, time cycle theory. He gave many things to the world. And he made almost $50 million from stock market before his death in 1955. Okay. And one important statement is Gann was a man of data. He did a lot of mathematical studies. How many of you ever studied Indian charts of 20 years? However, anyone studied? We have Tata Motors chart from 1984. I tracked Tata Motors chart from 1984 because that is a time roughly it was listed and it is trading in the Indian markets from that time. Before that data does not exist. So, but this man studied data of 100 years. Now, imagine he studied data of 100 years during an era there was no computer. Let me warn you. You have a beautiful system in front of you. You pull data, automatically the chart will come, daily chart, weekly chart, monthly chart. 100 years back, he was supposed to have a very big sheet of paper, which is in many feet, like 30 feet by 40 feet or 100 feet by 60 feet. Go to the top of a building, stand on the 3rd floor, 4th floor. From there, he used to deep dive on the chart. to get his view right. 100 years data if he analyzed. Once he even studied the wheat market data by sitting in London for almost 1 month. He was a data analyzer. Data is ultimate, right? Is there anything beyond data? That's why we always say we believe in God, for everything else